Hi class, and welcome to the video Understanding the Case Study Assignment. This video will help you understand this next major assignment, which is worth 15% of your grade and is due November 7th. The purpose of the case study assignment is to have you read a case study and apply the theories that you've been learning in class. Where do you find the materials for the case study assignment? Well, like all other major assignments, it's in the major assignment folder. So if you click on that assignment folder, you'll see that case study analysis is in the folder. Let's go ahead and open up that folder and look at the contents inside. The first thing you should see are the instructions and grading rubric for the assignment. We'll be going over these in detail in this video. The actual link to the case studies is a book that I've uploaded called Case Studies in Educational Psychology. And you're going to want to select one of the ones in the instructions that I'll review in a minute. Please don't select a different case study. There are lots of case studies in this book. Select one of the ones that I've asked you to select. As part of this case study assignment, you're going to have to record a PowerPoint and submit that to Blackboard. Here's a folder that contains some links. If you don't know how to do that, that may be helpful. And finally, the link to submit is located at the bottom, the case study PowerPoint with audio. Let's get started by opening the instructions and reading them. So as I said, it's due November 7th and it's worth 15% of your grade. It may be submitted up to a week late with a 10% point penalty, or it may be revised. The first thing you're going to do is select a case study from that book, The Case Studies of Educational Psychology. Remember that book is in the folder for the assignment. So these are the case studies that you may select without getting any kind of approval from me. Laura Conway, Anissa, Melissa Reed, Ken Kelly, Frank Oakley, Elizabeth Rhodes, and Rich Thorpe. How do you find those case studies? Well, at the beginning of that book is a list and a short summary of all the case studies with links to them. So look for that in the beginning of that book. Next, you're going to carefully read the case studies. Most of these case studies are rather in-depth, and there are a number of pages. Make sure to make notes as you go along. Don't rush yourself. Try to get all the facts of the case studies. Most of the case studies have to do with students in a teacher's class, and the teacher is usually struggling with a situation. Then you're going to select two of the theorists located here: Piaget, Vygotsky, Kohlberg, Skinner, Bandura, Dweck, Eccles. We're covering or have covered these psychologists, and so these are the ones I want you to focus on, two of them. Please don't select any other theorists unless you discuss them with me first. Then you're going to go back and say, how can I apply these theories to the case studies? So you want to review the lectures, your textbook, and notes that you've taken. Then you're going to prepare a PowerPoint as if you were doing a presentation for the class. And I've actually given you the slides that you should use. First, you should have a title slide, including your name, the title of the presentation, and any other information you feel is necessary. An introduction to the case, where you provide the title or name of the case study and summarize it briefly. A summary of the problem. What's the problem here in the case study? A description of the two theories that you selected. So you should have a little bit of detail. That could be a couple of slides if you want, describing the two theories. Next, you should make recommendations as if you were advising the teacher. And these recommendations should be aligned with the theories. How many recommendations should you have? So for each theory, at least 2 recommendations for how to address the problem. So therefore, you're going to have 4, 2 for each 2 of the 2 theories, 4 recommendation in all. Now, where students sometimes fall down here is they forget to align the recommendations with the theory. So if the theory has one set of ideas, for example, how to reinforce good behavior, you'll want to have that idea in your recommendations. For example, if the problem is poor student behavior and the theory says that reinforcers increase good behavior, how would you use reinforcers to improve student behavior? A reflection of what you learned on another slide. What did you learn? What surprised you? What went well? With what did you struggle? What would you like to learn more about? Was it easy or difficult for you to see the alignment between the theories and the strategies? Why? So this shouldn't just be a conclusion. This should be a thoughtful, in-depth reflection about what you learned. Questions, as if you were giving this in person, provide a slide where classmates can ask questions. And finally, references, 3 or more references. One of the references must be your textbook, 2 other references from other sources. It could be an article, it could be a website. As usual, find out how to format those references correctly. Go back to lecture 2 when we covered that in the class. You're not done yet though. Now you need to record your case study presentation and pretend that you're presenting your PowerPoint to the class and record your presentation. If you don't know how to do this, you can explore the resources located in that folder in the major assignments case study folder, the folder that I pointed out before. And then submit your PowerPoint with the audio. You might find that the upload is difficult if the file is too large, so I provided a resource there for how to compress the file size if you can do that. If you just cannot figure out how to do the recording or how to submit the file, contact me, and if possible, we'll do it during my office hours, which are located on the course site and in the syllabus. Otherwise, if we need to arrange a time, go ahead and contact me. Probably shouldn't take over 15 minutes or so, and you can do it over Zoom. That's it. Have a great time with this assignment. Be creative, but be thorough, and I'll talk to you soon. Oh, and here's the grading rubric, almost forgot. So be sure to review that grading rubric before you turn the assignment in. Thanks, everybody.